My dear students of class 10th, this today subject is biology and today topic is respiration. Dear students, as you have studied the process of digestion of food in the human body in the alimentary canal, and now the utilization of that food takes place by the several process, and one of them that is respiration. Dear student, respiration is the process of liberation of energy from the food inside the body of living organism, and the category of food that is carbohydrate. So it's a process of release of the energy, liberation of the energy from the carbohydrate in the living system. Dear student, this respiration is the mostly require the oxygen, the need of the oxygen is there, that is in aerobic respiration, and in second one, that is the anaerobic respiration, there will be no need of oxygen for the liberation of the energy. Means in aerobic respiration there is the oxidation of food in the presence of oxygen, and in anaerobic respiration there is no oxidation of food, there is fermentation of food. So you will study both aerobic and anaerobic in the physiology of respiration. Dear students, this respiration is categorized in 3 steps. Respiration is categorized in 3 steps. Number 1, breathing. Number 2, gaseous exchange. And number 3, cellular respiration. So dear student, this breathing is having 2 stages. One is inhalation. Inhalation of air. Inhalation of air that is containing oxygen. And second is exhalation of air. Exhalation of air that is containing CO2 of air. This is O2 and this is CO2. So you are looking here the difference between inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation means intake of oxygen, and exhalation means expelling out of carbon dioxide from the human body. And for the process of breathing, diaphragm helps for the contraction and relaxation of the rib cage, especially in human body. Dear students, you will study the second stage of the respiration in human, that is the gaseous exchange. Gaseous exchange means the exchange of oxygen with carbon dioxide inside the human body, inside the respiratory system of the human body, that comes under the gaseous exchange, and that is done in the respiratory system like lung. Dear students, third one is that is cellular respiration. Cellular respiration. Cellular respiration means the respiration, the exact process of respiration takes place in the cell, in the cytoplasm, and in the mitochondria of the cell, and that comes under the cellular respiration. Exactly, respiration is the cellular respiration. Breathing is different from this respiration process. Breathing is the inhalation of air and exhalation of air. Gaseous exchange takes place there, and when this oxygen reaches to the cells, then cellular respiration starts. Second thing is, in case of the anaerobic respiration, cellular respiration will be there, but there will be no need of oxygen. There will be the no oxidation of food. There will be the fermentation of food, which you will study later on in the physiology. So dear students, cellular respiration takes place in the cells of the human body. Now come to next important aspect of this topic is that is the respiration takes place in different types of organisms, like living organisms like amoeba, that is unicellular, This is unicellular amoeba which is flowing in the water, and this amoeba take oxygen through the process of diffusion, and it exhale the carbon dioxide again through the process of diffusion in the water itself. So this is unicellular. Diffusion takes place with the help of the cell membrane of the cell of the unicellular organism. While in other aquatic animals like fishes, if they require oxygen, and they require oxygen because they are aerobes. Without oxygen they can't survive. So they need aqueous oxygen. They are aquatic animals, and fishes are having the modifications like gill slits. These are the gills, and the flow of water provide the oxygen to the gills. Gills absorb the oxygen from the stream of water, and entrance of oxygen takes place with the help of these gills. Dear students, there are certain other living organisms like insects. Take the example of cockroaches. They are having the spiracles. Spiracle is the segmental bending of some peculiar muscles inside the body, and it is able to open and close. When they contract their thoracic region, it gets closed, and when they relax their thoracic region, it gets open. And by the closing and opening of these spiracles, oxygen enters into the body and carbon dioxide expelling out from the body. So these are the modifications in the living system as far as respiration is concerned, in unicellular, in aquatic animals, and especially in insects. Dear students, frog, that is also aquatic as well as that is amphibian, that is having the lungs, and the frog lung is just like balloon. It consumes the air, it fills the air in their lungs, and for a long time the utilization of oxygen takes place in the body of frog. Higher animals are having advanced lung because they are advanced structure. Higher animals like mammals, other vertebrates, mammals, reptiles, they are birds, they are having their advanced lung, and they perform these type of three stages of respiration like breathing, gaseous exchange, and cellular respiration. So dear students, as far as plants are concerned, plants take oxygen, through stomata and stem barks. Stem barks are having pores that facilitate the gaseous exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide from the plant body to the environment. They release the oxygen to the environment, they get the oxygen from the environment, and they consume the carbon dioxide from the environment, and they release the carbon dioxide in the environment in the process of photosynthesis and respiration both. Dear students, this is the intro of the respiration, which is the process of energy liberation either in plant or in animal or in unicellular organisms. That's why we can say that the respiration can be defined as the process of liberation of energy from food, especially carbohydrate, in the living system. Though it's having different stages like breathing, gaseous exchange, and cellular respiration at the different organism level. Now dear students, as far as this breathing is concerned, you will be able to study the structure of respiratory system of human, where you will complete your study about the breathing, gaseous exchange, and cellular respiration. So dear students, breathing can't be the complete respiration. Breathing is just a process of inhalation and exhalation of air, including oxygen and carbon dioxide. You can't say that breathing is the respiration. Actual respiration is, that is the process of liberation of energy from food. That is the actual respiration. Means cellular respiration is the actual respiration. And before cellular respiration, these are the other stages for the entrance of the oxygen and exit of the carbon dioxide. Dear students, as far as human being is concerned, the body of human being divided into three parts: head, thorax and abdomen. And this respiratory system of human, that is situated inside the thoracic region, inside the chest, that is near the lung, that is near the heart, and it receives blood from the heart and it provides blood to the heart for the pumping of the blood in different organs of the body. Human respiratory system is designed as the specific tissue system which is perforated inside it. It is perforated inside it means there are several sacs are there in the human respiratory system. These sacs are called alveoli or air sacs, and in air sacs gaseous exchange takes place. Breathing takes place with the help of nostrils. Nostrils facilitate the process of breathing, inhaling the oxygen and exhaling the carbon dioxide, which is coming from the alveoli. And from the alveoli, oxygen mixed with the blood as compound will be formed, that is known as oxyhemoglobin, HBO, and it reaches to the different cells for the liberation of energy, for the further metabolism of respiration, so that energy can be liberated. One thing is very important, that the aerobic respiration provide high energy, while anaerobic respiration provide very slight energy, very low amount of energy. In aerobic respiration, there is release of 38 ATP by one molecule of carbohydrate, while in anaerobic respiration only 2 ATP of energy will be liberated. So there is a vast difference. Anaerobic respiration is in case of emergency. Anaerobic respiration takes place in human also. In case of emergency, during the fast work, high speed of work, and little bit slight energy is produced. In certain in amphibians like frog, when they go into the hibernation, then the anaerobic respiration takes place for a short span of time, and they get the lowest amount of energy for their survival only. They can't do anything with this low amount of energy. But when they come out from the hibernation, then the aerobic respiration takes place, and they get full 38 ATP of energy from one molecule of carbohydrate. So my dear students, this is the intro of the respiration, the process of respiration, and how does energy get liberated, what is the structure of the human respiratory system, that we will see in the next video. Structure of the human respiratory system and physiology of the respiration, both aerobic and anaerobic. Thank you very much for watching this video.